Right. How's it going, everybody? We're here again for, I suppose, it's episode number 2 of our podcast.
Slowly progressing.
Very slowly progressing. Speaking of the first one, didn't really put out the full podcast.
No.
I put out like a little episode, or a part of it.
About 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 10 minutes. How did you find the first one?
I thought it was alright. Actually, I mean, I saw it once.
Did you see the full? I didn't show you the full thing, did I?
No. So I didn't. Look in your face makes it look like it was awful.
No, it wasn't awful. I just didn't put it up. I just thought that. I thought it was mostly my fault, actually.
Was I carrying?
You weren't carrying, but I
carrying.
wasn't giving you the opportunity to carry.
Which was like the opposite of what I said.
It was like, when I was watching it, I was like, obviously it was your first time in front of a camera, really. And I don't think it helped the setup that we had with the camera dead in front of both of us, because we were turning constantly, and because you're also looking at yourself on the camera constantly.
Yeah.
That you're always aware of what's going on, what you might be doing, what you might not be doing. Like, this setup's so much better, I think, already.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I was a bit of a dick sometimes.
Like what?
I kind of dropped you into a few things.
Yeah, but it wasn't that
But-
bad.
No, it wasn't that bad, but also I wasn't allowing you to flourish. Yeah.
So what was I doing then? Sorry.
You weren't very loud,
Right.
and but I was also interrupting you a fair bit. I think doing a bit of a Jonathan Ross.
Yeah, he's a bit shit.
Wasn't great interviewing skills,
No.
even though it wasn't really an interview.
It's not, no, it's together.
So in this one, I'm basically just gonna let you take the way. You can just take control, and I'll just sit back, and you can do everything.
Yeah, well, no, but be a bit louder this time maybe.
What we talk about today, Sam?
Fat loss. The tips from the pros.
We've gone for 2 tips each.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Do you remember yours?
Yes, I do remember mine.
Excellent. You can remember 2 things.
But it's your one first. So these are our top tips for fat loss.
We've both been fat.
No, I wouldn't say we've both been fat.
I was fat.
No, you weren't fat. You were overweight.
That's kind of fat.
No, it's not the same thing. I think fat is like.
It goes overweight, fat, obese.
No, I think fat is a term that's thrown around a bit too much. I think it's a bit old fashioned. I don't think you can really summarise someone with one word, just saying they're fat.
Well, it's not their personality, is it? It's just saying you're a bit chubby. There you go. Chubby, overweight, fat, obese.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the word
That's
fat.
the ladder.
I'm not big. I don't think any of us have been fat.
You were obese at one stage.
I was nowhere near obese.
Jerry Monk PT.
But no, I don't think neither of us were fat at any point. We were overweight, and we were perhaps unhappy with how we were at one point. But a lot of people wouldn't even see us as being overweight.
Yeah.
You know, it's for the eye of the beholder kind of thing. So
You can clip that. Maybe.
yeah, I think it is. So I don't.
It's difficult.
It's up to yourself to determine whether you're overweight or whether you're going to class
if you're
yourself
content.
as fat. But I don't think it's for. I don't really like using the word fat. I just think it's a little bit too. I think
a bit too harsh.
Not too harsh. It's just
negative.
It's just a bit of a stupid way of summarising someone, really.
You're a bit fat.
I just think it's a bit dumb. Just saying. I think it's a bit lazy. A bit of a lazy term.
All right. Okay. Well, anyway. Should I start?
Go on then.
My tip.
First tip for losing body fat.
They're all quite obvious, but losing fat. Oh, sorry.
No, you can. No, I'm not saying you can't say fat ever again. I'm saying when people call themselves fat, it's like, oh, I'm a bit. I just don't. I've got a feeling that's all. You can say it if you want.
Losing weight. They're all quite obvious, as I was saying.
Yeah,
But things are generally quite obvious. Losing weight is quite obvious. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
First one, acknowledge. If you look at yourself in the mirror one day, you wake up, you notice you're a bit overweight.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that. Don't pass it off. Don't say, oh, I'm just having one off day or whatever. It's because I ate a load of rubbish food yesterday. Take notice of that and then act on it.
I think it's pretty easy to just par it off and just forget about it and just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. That's definitely what I've done.
Though.
That's what you've done in the past. That's what I've done in the past. It's kind of, especially with special occasions and stuff like that. With its be it a holiday period or something. If you are just, if that's your excuse for being the way that you are.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, kind of. Explain yourself a bit more.
Let's say it's Christmas time, all right?
Yeah.
Let's say, and for Christmas time, some people that whole period can go on for like a whole month.
Yeah.
And the constant excuse is,
it's
Christmas time, or it's New Year, or whatever. Okay? And you just don't acknowledge the problems that you're creating for yourself because you keep giving yourself the excuse, oh, it's Christmas time, or it's New Year, oh, everyone's doing this time of year, it's fine. And I think it's alright to do that for a week, but some people, it goes into weeks or months, and it becomes a real problem because they're not acknowledging the situation that they're in.
Excuses, that is kind of to do with that as well.
Yeah.
That's the main thing for most people overweight. I don't have enough time. Everyone's got time. I'm sorry. Acknowledge the fact that you have time.
And there is a problem. Acknowledge that there's a problem, and you've got to do something about it.
I'm saying there's not a problem. If you're happy and you're content with your weight.
Well, there's not a problem then, is there?
No. But if you know for a fact, if you know yourself, you're not just saying it to another person. You know yourself, you'd be happier.
Yeah, I do wonder if a lot of people do that. If a lot of people say that are perhaps overweight, if they're like, oh, I know I'm overweight, but I'm happy. You do wonder, are you?
No.
Are you really happy?
I don't think you
because
are.
I know that if I've put on a few pounds and my jeans aren't fitting properly, and I'm having to undo my top button every time I sit down for a meal.
Top button? You get fat neck?
No, my jeans, not my fucking top.
Shirt.
No, my jeans top button. Then, see, you throw me off now.
Sorry, fat neck.
If I'm having to do those kind of things, I know I'm not feeling comfortable. I know I'm not feeling happy. But
you can be happy, but then you'd probably be happier if.
Yeah, I'm sure there are people that feel comfortable within themselves being overweight. But speaking from personal experiences, I find it really difficult to be in that situation when you're overweight, where you are unhealthy. I'm sorry, but if you're overweight, then odds are you're not healthy. It's just the way that it is. I find it hard to be in that situation and be happy at the same time. I'd find it difficult to do that myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think acknowledging the situation, acknowledging there is a problem, is the first step in any kind of fat loss journey.
And can be the longest step.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. The number of times.
The hardest thing to do.
Yeah, the number of times people put it off and stuff like that.
Put it off. Yeah.
See, when you were bigger, you weren't fat, but when you were bigger.
Be careful with your words, though. Yeah.
When you were
obtuse.
When you were perhaps not happy with how you were, what stopped you? So you went away travelling for like a year.
Yeah.
And then you came back and you started eating a lot, didn't you? And just not really training.
So I was skinny. I was very skinny.
When you came back from travelling.
Yeah.
And then what? You just thought, oh, I'm skinny, so that means I can eat a lot.
Then I was reunited with Mum again.
And Mum fed you up.
She, loaded me with loads of food. That was pretty much it. Probably like a month. I already put on a load of weight.
Is this your coffee?
Yeah, this doesn't taste much sugar in here.
Fuck's sake.
I'm okay with that though.
Oh, I've got your one. I've got sugar in there.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but Mum fattened you up.
Only about a month. She's known for this.
Yeah.
She fattens anyone up. And then I can't remember exactly what, but then I realised I acknowledged it.
It took you a while though.
It took me a while, yeah, because you
didn't just get bigger. You literally came back from travelling. You were skinny. You lost a lot of muscle. You lost a lot of everything because you just hadn't been eating properly and just been.
And there's no gym.
Doing a
there
lot.
Are gyms, but.
Well, you've been walking around a lot. You've been burning loads of calories and not consuming many calories.
Yeah.
So you came back pretty skinny, and then you literally went from that to being slightly overweight. So that would have taken a while. It must have been a few months.
Yeah. Yeah, but it can happen very quickly though, can't it? Very quickly. Put on weight.
The thing is, it doesn't really happen quickly though. I think in our heads it happens quickly, but it takes a long time for you to put a noticeable amount of weight. I'm not talking about bloating up, because people can bloat up overnight if they've just like had a big meal or something.
I think you can put on weight if you don't have any structure, if you stop going to the gym, stop doing your walks, stop doing your runs, just don't think about calories. Come to that point there.
Yeah.
Within a couple of months, you can put on a lot.
Yeah, a couple of months. A couple of months is a long time though.
Couple of months.
Oh, come on. If I said to this, if I said to a client, like, I want to lose fat, how long is it going to take? Oh, a couple of months for you to lose like 4 kg. They'd be like, a couple of months to lose 4 kg? That's ages.
Yeah, but it's not. That's mental side of it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's the same for putting on fat.
Yeah.
Putting on fat happens at the same kind of speed.
I think when you look at it though, if you say I put on X amount of weight in 2 months, I think, yeah, it wasn't a very long time. I put on this much weight. If you're saying I'm going to lose this amount of weight in 2 months, well, oh, that's so much effort.
Because it takes effort.
Because it's hard, yeah. Because it's hard. Well, it's not even that hard, but
yeah.
It's just you have to put some effort into it. Eating food is not effort. That's enjoyable.
Yeah.
The other thing, losing weight can be enjoyable though, but most people don't look at it like that.
Can it?
Yeah, of course it can. Satisfaction
when you get results, but the actual process of losing weight, I don't find that particularly fun.
But then you can, it's like, then if you never went to the gym before, never ever been to the gym before, you start going to the gym, I actually like going to the gym. You enjoy going to the gym, you enjoy working out, you enjoy losing weight, you enjoy being active. I think a lot of people would relate to that.
True.
Lockdown as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people relate to that. No one's probably ever done any exercise or anything.
Yeah. But I suppose the actual process in terms of the feel good, like after doing a workout and stuff like that, and eating properly gives you more energy and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But at the beginning of a journey, when you're thinking like, oh, I'm gonna lose fat, it's not something you particularly look forward to, no.
No.
But yeah. So I think that's point 1 pretty covered.
Yeah.
So.
Acknowledgement.
Acknowledge that you need to make a change.
Yeah. Acknowledge where you're at.
Yeah. And be honest with yourself, basically.
And acknowledge where you want to be.
Yeah. Set yourself a goal.
Yeah.
It's important.
Targets.
Right. The next thing. I'm not gonna lie. I remember mine.
You remember it?
Yeah. So point number 2. Move more. Very simple one. And I put this. So we started playing football recently for a football team. Obviously, we play football for a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah. We started playing football recently for a team. And so before that, I was sitting around like 81, 82 kg. Okay? And my eating was all right. Not paying a lot of attention to calories, but like being conscious of calories. And, you know, I didn't really shift from that 81, 82. And I was aware, I was conscious that I wanted to make a change. Or I wasn't happy with how I was in terms of body fat. Now I went from 81, 82 kg down to 77 kg just through being more active through sport, just through football, moving more.
We only had a training session.
We had a training session and then a match.
Training session and football match.
But then outside of that, we were going for a kickabout.
Yeah.
Just the two of us going for a kickabout, like quite often.
An hour.
Yeah, maybe like every 3 days, every 2 days sometimes.
Yeah.
Just little things like that. And also I had my PT sessions.
Yeah.
Which were all outside because of lockdown and everything.
Yeah. Just simple.
So I was just getting out. I was getting out more. And I didn't change my diet whatsoever, and I dropped 4 or 5 kg, which is a significant amount to do in like 2 months.
Yeah.
There was no change in my diet whatsoever. Now I've like stagnated again. Like things have stopped again. I'm staying around 77, 78. And that's when I think food needs to start coming into things if I want to get even leaner.
Yeah.
But just moving alone or just having something to get out for, just to produce the extra calorie burn that I think some people or a lot of people that are in the same situation as me, where they've just, you know, they're unhappy with their body. They've been at the same kind of weight for ages, have the same kind of body fat percentage for ages. They just need to make a small change. I think changing your lifestyle so that you've got a reason to go outside and get moving makes such a huge difference.
Just a walk.
Yeah, it could just be a walk.
Easy stuff.
But saying that, I see people on YouTube and stuff saying this stuff all the time. Go out for a walk, 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
It's really easy and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're just going out for a walk for no reason, you know, I don't keep that up. I tried to do that before. It's like, I just started over a 30-minute walk, and I go outside for a 30-minute walk just for no reason, just to walk around randomly. Like
Where do you go?
I just me and Chelsea done it. Me and Chelsea done it for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And we just went out, just walked down to like the river or something like that.
Yeah.
Half an hour walk, came back. But there's no like goal. It's just like just walking. It's just boring.
Could be playing COD.
Yeah, could be playing Call of Duty or something instead. There's no end goal to it. And I was never going to keep that up. That's why I think football and maybe getting involved in a sport, even like some kind of community something.
Yeah.
I don't know, if you do enjoy walking, then maybe it works for you. But for me, I just
make a walking community.
Yeah, like there are those things on Facebook
Is that
groups.
a thing?
Yeah, Facebook groups have those things. There's loads of like communities on Facebook where they're like walking communities where they're like compare how everyone's doing and stuff like that.
Oh right, I was thinking more like a big herd of people.
No, you can't do that. Not around these COVID times.
No.
But I think getting into sport is such a big thing, and it can massively help with fat loss, especially if you're in a position where like your eating is not too bad.
Mm.
You know what calories are. You're conscious of what calories are, and perhaps you're not tracking, but you're not eating too badly, and your weight has just stayed the same for ages.
Yeah.
All it takes is just adding a little bit of like extra calorie burn, and as long as you're keeping up on a regular basis, burning an extra 200, 300 calories a day, which is nothing.
Adds up.
Yeah, that adds up massively over the course of like a month.
Yeah.
Just burning a tiny bit more. So yeah, go out for a walk, but I think getting involved in a sport or changing your lifestyle in some way that you're having to involve extra activity. So
get a dog.
Yeah, get a dog. That's perfect.
Walking with a dog is a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah, 100%. I find, like I said, walking on its own, when there's no goal, no real reason.
Yeah.
If I'm just going, the reason for me going out for a walk is to burn some calories. That's boring.
Might as well just go for a run.
Oh yeah, I'd rather get it done than just go for a run. But a lot of people that has a weight to lose can't go for a run because they're unfit.
Yeah.
But give yourself a reason to get out. But sport I think is so overlooked.
Yeah.
Any kind of sport, if you can get into it, especially like friends and stuff like that, when you're doing something fun and there's a goal at the end of it, then I think that's such an easy way to burn an extra few 100,000 calories each week without even thinking about it.
That adds up a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
And the other thing as well, past the age of 18, a lot of people just don't
Oh yeah, it changes massively from
doing so much stuff at school.
Yeah, I've said this before. Like, if you think when you're at school, you're like walking to class and stuff, end up breaking everything. You are building up a lot more steps per day, just going to school, just walking around school and everything.
Yeah.
Than I am certainly like sitting in my office just on my computer.
Yeah.
How many average steps do you manage like per day? Would you not count?
I don't count. But I have a thing.
I was tracking at one point, and there were some days I was barely managing like 1,000 steps.
That's really bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But
I was just sitting on my laptop the entire day. Granted, there probably sometimes I got up and I didn't bring my phone, but my steps literally consisted of me going from the computer to the toilet or something.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Or the kitchen.
Or the kitchen to get some food. And then that makes those steps completely void.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything to add to that one? Move more.
I think you covered most of it. Just anything. As you said, anything to get you moving.
Yeah.
Even just get some fresh air as well.
That's a shit reason to go outside though.
That does.
For me,
that does you bits though.
Yeah, but it's not a reason. That's not a reason for me to get out of the house. Oh, why? Do you want to go outside?
Go get some fresh
air.
What
are we doing? Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? We're just gonna go get some fresh air. Nah, I'm alright actually.
Oh, you can do it on your own. It's not to be a community thing, Joe.
I think if you can do it with friends or part of a community, I think it's so much easier.
If you're moving though, as you said, get moving.
Yeah.
Even if you go out and get some fresh air, you're getting out of that rut of just staying still.
Mm.
And that can encourage you to do something else.
Just fucking move more, basically.
That.
Just move more.
Give me a little ladder.
Just move more. That is essentially the thing.
Ladder.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
Like going up the ladder, doing different things. You go fresh air, then you join a team, then you compete in the Olympics.
I don't think you need to have a step up to get involved in a sport.
You need to have a step up ladder for this kind of stuff.
Let's move on.
Right,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can vouch for this one because I've done it myself.
Wait, actually, is it a calorie one?
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, yeah, go on then. Sorry.
Interrupt me.
Sorry.
Calorie counting. I think this helps tremendously. Can be a bit long at first, but you just know what you're eating. So whatever food you have, put it down. Except you can estimate if it's like veg and stuff like that.
Let's be honest, you don't really estimate that, do you? You when you're
for veg, I do.
Okay.
Unless I'm having like ridiculous amount of broccoli, but like it doesn't really happen. When you've got stuff which is like hardly any calories, like spinach, like you don't really need to.
Mm-hmm.
But you just write it down. I got a little chalkboard. Get my protein in, get my calories in. I've got a little chalkboard. Calories, protein. I have about 160 protein, 160 grams. Easy.
That's a lot of protein. But it fills you up.
Fills you up, and yeah, it's just easy. Easy. I lost, how much did I do? I did mine in pounds, I didn't do mine in kilograms. I think it's a bit easier.
Right.
I think I was 176 and I went down to, lowest I was 166.
So 10 pounds, which is like 4 kilograms.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a decent amount.
And that was from properly knuckling down, writing down what I eat.
Yeah. I don't think you get that hungry.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Especially
I did at the start, but then your stomach gets used to it. You got to think though, if you're filling yourself full of foods that haven't got any calories, you can eat so much more of it.
I don't know how accurate that is about your stomach like shrinking and stuff like that when you're eating.
That is accurate.
I'm sure your hormones change. Like you got ghrelin.
What?
I'm gonna go very sciencey now.
Ghrelin,
which is the hunger hormone. That when some people are dieting, don't give me those eyes.
Go on.
When some people are dieting, ghrelin picks up a lot more in some people than others, which is why some people get a lot more hungry than others.
Okay.
You do 1,500 calories.
Not anymore.
Oh.
Up it.
Well, you did then.
Yeah.
1,500 calories. If I did 1,500 calories, I'd just be ravenous.
Have you done it?
So hungry.
Have
No,
you tried
I couldn't keep to it. I couldn't keep to 1,500 calories. No way in a million years.
I think you could.
Oh.
It's just stuff you got to be knowledgeable of though, like mayonnaise.
Ridiculous. I love mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise. You know I love mayonnaise. Calories in mayonnaise is a joke.
Yeah. Absolute
joke. It's like a tablespoon.
I think that's what
Crazy.
So I think how strict you are in terms of stumbling.
I agree with that.
I think for starters, how strict you are depends on the results you want to achieve. So if you want to get absolutely ripped, and like low body fat percentage, then you've got to be strict with your calories.
Yeah.
If you're just trying to get to like a healthy, like I don't know, average kind of build, then I think you can be a bit more just calorie conscious.
Yeah. And
just like leave out or don't consume as much mayonnaise. I think that's a big part of it in terms of knowing that.
Also, the one negative about that though is you're giving yourself leeway, and then generally everyone takes advantage of leeway.
No,
so you said
it depends on the person.
But generally, most people, if you got the opportunity to have 200 more calories.
No, I'm not saying have 200 more calories. I'm saying like
if you had a chance to eat a big hot dog and you're hungry, you'd eat it.
I'm not saying people.
You said that.
I'm saying that some people can just be calorie conscious, just be aware of the fundamentals of fat loss, which I'm going to get onto in a minute. I'm all over the place today. My words are just not coming out properly.
You're carrying the podcast.
I'm just saying that I think some people can just be calorie conscious, be aware of calories, be aware that they shouldn't perhaps pour 2 tablespoons of olive oil over their salad to finish it off.
Yeah, so much point having a salad there. So.
Yeah, it's just like those kind of things. Just being calorie conscious, aware of what you're putting on your plate in terms of the numbers. And I think if you're calorie conscious, you can make a difference. Whether or not that's going to take you to where you need to be, where you need to just give it a go and find out.
Yeah.
Some people that might not work for. Some people it might only take them to like, I don't know, a couple kg weight loss, and then they might need to be stricter.
But you should try it.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you can
try it for like 4 weeks, you've got to try it for a good amount of time. You can't do it for like 3 days and be like, oh, that's crap, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, but some people can't. For some people, I don't think sticking to calories really, 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 really closely is sustainable even for a few days. It is proper in at the deep end. So I think being calorie conscious at the start, this is only for some people, I think. Being calorie conscious at the start and just being aware of what you're eating, being aware of all the facts behind the foods and the calories behind the foods, just doing that to start off with can help with someone that is just looking to get started and lose a couple at the start.
Definitely help.
But certainly some people do need to be really strict.
Yeah, especially at the start, I would say.
Yeah.
If you do it at the start for a couple of months, then you can ease off because you know what calories are in that.
Yeah.
How many calories are in that olive oil that you love.
Yeah. I've got like one of my PT clients.
Loves olive oil.
He's no, he doesn't love olive oil. He was shocked by how many calories he was consuming from foods that he just really didn't give a second thought about. Like things foods? Like oil, cooking oils.
So he does love olive oil.
Well, I suppose he does love olive oil, yeah.
You say cooking oil?
Like cooking oils, yeah.
Cheaper olive. He likes cooking oil.
Just cooking oils, just oils and stuff like that. That's the kind of shit you don't think about at all. You just put it in your pan, you just cook with it.
Yeah.
But you don't know that 1 teaspoon of olive oil is 45 calories.
The 45?
Yeah, or 40. What's a teaspoon?
Are you sure? I thought it was more.
1 teaspoon?
Yeah.
Teaspoon's like 4.5 grams, 5 grams.
That's something similar.
5 grams of fat.
So it's a teaspoon.
9 times 5, 45. Yeah.
I never realised that before I actually looked it up.
Yeah.
Like mum always used to just like.
Yeah, you do. Loads of people do.
Keep going, stop. Like.
Well, with salads and stuff, look at Jamie Oliver. Finishes every meal with like 2 tablespoons of olive oil over the top. It's like you made a perfectly good salad that was like 400 calories. You just turned it to 600 calories.
Yeah.
Just at the end there for no reason whatsoever. What, a little bit of taste of olive oil. It's just.
Yeah, no. It's alright, Joe. It's alright.
I'm sorry, but olive oil really pisses me off. But yeah, I think how closely you follow calories is dependent on the person and their mentality. I think if you follow it really closely, especially if you're I think some people can get a little bit obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Saying that, it's not the worst thing to be obsessed with.
No.
I mean, it's not exactly being like addicted to crack, is it? It's
I'm
addicted to knowing what's going into my body. It's like it's not the worst thing in the world. So obsessive, a bit of a strong word. I think it's being smart.
Can be a bit annoying if you do it around other people.
Yeah. People
you
go.
You just say it's 14 calories.
Yeah, that's obsessive.
But no one does that.
There are people that do that.
Who?
There are 100%. I guarantee there are a few Karens out there that have started calorie counting, and every time they're out and about, they're like, "Do you know how many calories are going into that?"
Good thing we're not friends with those kind of people.
Yeah, but I'm sure, people could potentially turn into Karens if they take calorie counting in the wrong way. So.
It was what Joe Delaney said. I saw a video of his quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And he was on about that. He used to count the calories in the milk he put in his tea.
So Joe Delaney's a guy on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah. I don't really agree with that.
No, that's going a bit far.
It's up to you. If you're happy doing that, then fine. But if you have to weigh out, if you get the scales underneath and that's 50 millilitres.
Basically, count calories to become a smarter eater, but just don't be a dick about it.
Yeah.
Just don't
Oh, one other thing. Sorry, to interrupt you. I always, when I had done it, always just round up.
Yeah, I always do that as well.
Always round up.
Like if,
Then
if something's 95 calories, I always say that's 100 calories.
100.
Then
Or
it
even
just-
if it's like 80,
Yeah,
just be like, it's 100.
yeah,
Because then you've ended up consuming less than you thought you have each
Yeah.
day. You lose more fat.
yeah. But 100% counting calories, or at least beginning to just turn the packet of food over and just look at the calories on the back. It just makes you. It just gives you more knowledge about what
Yeah.
you're eating.
And it doesn't take long.
No, it takes a second to just turn the packet around and just be like, shit, that's 400 calories.
Yeah.
I've been eating these every day.
5 times a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
No wonder I put on weight. You know, just gain some knowledge. Which kind of goes on to my final tip.
Do you remember your final tip?
Yes,
I don't
I
remember.
do. I think I do. My final tip for fat loss is to educate yourself. So,
What do you mean by that, Joe?
what do I mean by educate yourself? Learn the fundamentals of nutrition. So if you haven't learned the fundamentals of nutrition, then odds are you didn't understand anything that we just spoke about, calories. And this
Maybe you should
video
have done that one
is a
first.
complete waste of time. Yeah. So you've just been there going, what are they talking about? Calories. What
Yeah.
calories? Learn the fundamentals. And by that I mean calories in versus calories out. What a calorie deficit is. I'm not going over that in this video, by the way. You can... No, I'm not going over it. I've done so many videos already.
Yeah.
You have to understand the fundamentals. It just makes you smarter. Again, become a smart eater. Understand what you put in your body.
Mm.
I've always said to people, like, if I was to, it's gonna sound weird, if I had a syringe here, okay, and I was like, oh, just put this in your body, it's gonna help you lose fat. You'd want to know what was in the syringe, wouldn't you?
No.
You would want to know what was in the syringe, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah?
What's in the syringe, Joe?
So, wouldn't it be the same, shouldn't it be the same with food? It's going in your body.
Yeah.
It affects you
Good point.
instantly. It affects you short term, affects you long term, affects your health, does everything.
Mm.
So be smarter when it comes to putting things in your body. And I suppose that relates more to your counting calories kind of thing, to be honest.
What, educating yourself?
No,
Yeah.
what I just said there,
Oh, yeah,
the syringe
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It relates to counting calories, but just be more knowledgeable and understand, because I think where a lot of people slip up is they follow plans and stuff that don't go over the fundamentals, and then when they finish with that plan, no matter if they've lost weight or they haven't lost weight, it leaves them with nothing,
Yeah.
no knowledge or anything. And I'll name a few, like Slimming World, like Weight Watchers,
Weight Watchers.
like, oh, I have to say it, like the Body Coach plan, where I used to work.
Wow.
So I'm kind of allowed
I'm
to
not
say
liking this.
it, right? They might work for you. They might encourage some good habits.
Yeah.
But you got a question. Once you come away from that, have you got all the knowledge and education you need to like do it by yourself?
Yeah.
Well, you explain what a calorie is. Do you know how many calories you need? Do you understand what protein does? Do you understand what carbs do? Do you understand what fat does? Do you understand all this stuff? Because if you understand all this, you don't even need videos like this. You can just go away and make your own plan.
Yeah. Make your own videos.
Yeah, do your own videos, do your own podcasts. It's like, if you understand the basics of nutrition and how everything works, calories in, calories out, and it's not that much info. I mean, you've learned it all.
Yeah.
Not saying that you're like...
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's such an important thing, and I think it's where a lot of people go wrong with some of these plans and diets that people
Because
take
they're
up.
all short-term solutions.
Yeah, 100%.
They're all made so that you lose as much weight. Weight can just be water weight.
Yeah,
It can't even be. It doesn't even have to be fat. Like the whole thing of not eating carbs,
yeah,
not losing water weight, and it's just make it look like you've lost as much weight as possible in a
yeah,
short amount of
in
time.
short term.
Just like our aunt who did Weight Watchers.
Who?
Our
Our aunt.
What do you think?
Yeah,
I said?
our aunt.
Our aunt.
I thought you
Just
meant,
like our
I thought
aunt.
some bloke called our aunt.
Our good
Like
friend
our
our
aunt.
aunt.
Who the hell's
He's,
our aunt?
No, our aunt.
Yeah, she
The
done
Weight
Weight
Watchers.
Watchers.
The whole stupid point system.
Yeah,
And she left it after doing it for like 6 months. She lost weight,
yeah, she made really good progress.
but then she came out and
Didn't have a clue
she
what to
was
do.
Like, how many points are in this?
Yeah, it's like, what the hell's a point? What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
like, what? So then she just I think she got back to her previous weight.
Yeah,
She put it all back on again.
Yeah, she did. Well, I don't know if she put it all back on. I don't know. But yeah, that's how those companies kind of keep you in though. Because you finish Weight Watchers, you get to where you want to be. You're like, oh, I'm going to go on my own now.
What do I do now?
What do I do now? Oh crap! I better go back to Weight Watchers because you know what? In everyday life, points aren't written all over everything.
No.
You know, sometimes you need to know a little bit more than points. Sometimes you need to know that food that's full of oil is loads of calories, and that's potentially going to make you fat if you overconsume it.
Yeah.
It's just knowledge. Build up your knowledge, educate yourself. And I think that, along with acknowledging that there's a problem you need to change, are probably the two main points when it comes to losing fat.
Probably. I'd say acknowledging is just the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's the first hurdle.
Yeah.
First hurdle is always the hardest.
And then learning about it, educating yourself is so easy. You don't need to know everything.
No.
You just need to know the basic fundamentals, the science, the proven science. Yeah. I mean, go and Google calories in versus calories out, or sign up to my plan. Great sales pitch.
Sell it, Joe. Sell it.
Yeah, just learn the fundamentals. I mean, a month of my plan, you'll learn all this stuff, and you'll have me to ask questions.
Wow.
You can ask me questions.
Can I ask you any question?
Any question you want, as long as it's
for a fee.
But I'll answer between 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. But yeah, if you're doing any kind of plan that doesn't go over the fundamentals, the science, the proven science, then I think you're wasting your time long term. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So those are our
4 pretty good tips.
Yeah, solid tips.
No excuses now.
No, just get out there and start making changes.
And we'll do a video again, like 4 months. Our normal time between each video will be massive.
Yeah, we are.
It'll be really big and overweight.
Yeah, we do need to get into a better routine with this.
Hard though, isn't it?
Yes.
With
the COVID.
Yeah, with the COVID. But yeah.
I think we've covered everything. Anything else we need to go over?
Our next one.
Our next video?
Yeah. We had a few questions, didn't we? Before, I think maybe we could, if you can find them.
I'll be honest, Sam, we didn't get many replies, and some of the questions weren't great.
I thought they were quite good.
Well, one of the questions was, what was the egg question?
Can I eat, I think it was like, can I eat 6 eggs in a day?
Yeah, can I eat 6 eggs in a day? You know what, if, search that in Google.
I meant this for the next video, but
Okay, yeah.
We can do a whole video on that.
Well, I think we need to grow the podcast a bit first before we start asking, because I'm be honest, we're not very well known right now in the podcast. No, we're not. It's our second episode. We're not really that well known in the podcast world.
Yeah, true. But
But anyway, if you've got any questions and they're good questions that you can't just type into Google, then ask away.
Funny ones as well.
Yeah,
I quite like the egg one.
That's not a question. I'm not spending any time answering. Can I eat 6 eggs a day?
Can I eat 8 eggs a day?
That's a different question.
That's completely different ball game.
But anyway, I think we've done all right there. So giving you 4 good tips, and we'll try and get another podcast done ASAP if it allows with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So see you later. You gonna say goodbye?
Bye.